Hi Flosstube. I am Amy. I love toads and cross stitch. We're going to show you some cross stitch today. Today is December the 6th, 2025. The Jingle Ball is happening right now. I went last night and stitched with some people. Bought 2 patterns. So I'll show you those when they come in. But for right now, I'm going to try to do this Flosstube in parts, so I will do it. No makeup. It's the morning, so you can probably still see my BiPAP mask impressions in my face. But I have a lot to show you, so I figured I would just do this real quick. I will do a whip parade, but it will probably be in January because we are supposed to be getting our grandson over Christmas. Maybe we'll see if that happens, but fingers crossed. We're gonna see him over Christmas, and I won't do a whip parade while he's here because that would be craziness because he's 2 years old. Okay, so let me show you my finishes, and my Foley finishes are all in the same pile. So I'm just going to go through them and show them all together. Then I'll stop the camera, go get my whips and my new starts. Then I'll stop the camera, and then I'll go get my purchases. Yeah. And I told my husband, he's in his shop making stuff, restoring Volkswagens. I told him not to come in until I text him. Okay, so my first finish, which is an FO, it is a Foley finish. It's the Moon Phases Bell Pull. My brain wants to flip letters. By Tiny Modernist, and I left off these trees and the border. I just wanted the moons, and I wanted to hang them and above my doorway, and they have been hanging above my doorway, and they look so good. So I stitched during the full moon with 3 other ladies. Let's see, there's Megan, Wide-Eyed Stitcher, Jen from Jen's Fiber Web, and Stephanie from Stitch the Globe. And we are planning on stitching on the full moon again next year. So here is my, let's see, my Foley finish. There is snow on the ground. I'm in front of 2 windows, and there is snow on the ground. So even though it is a cloudy day, it might blow things out a bit, because of it's just so white and bright out there. Yeah, I love it. It looks so good hanging above my doorway. It looks very cottage witchy, hanging above my doorway. And I stitched this on Ada because that's easier on my eyes when the fabric is really dark. So yeah, I love that. Okay, so that's my first finish. And yeah, see, it's so much dark. Let me put it back here. Yeah, that's how dark it is. I mean, it really looks blackish. But when I put it up close, it blows that fabric out. That's really how dark it is. Right, Miha? Miha is beside me. That's my little dog. You can probably see her ear right there. Okay, we're gonna put that right there. My next finish on the pile is Lily. She's blowing out too. Everything is blowing out. So Lily is from Stacy Nash. She's in the Animal Cracker series. I changed her pink dress to orange and attached a little sunflower that my husband had given me. So she is not completely finished because I have not stitched up her bottom yet, but I did stuff her during the Jingle Ball last night. And I just put linen on the back. The same linen that I stitched her on, I just put it on the back. So at some point I will stitch her bottom up and stick her in one of the baskets in my sewing room. Okay, finish number 2. Okay, let's see what we got next. I don't have a picture for this one, but it's fully finished, so you really don't need a picture, right? This is 8 of Pentacles. It was a full coverage. I think the artist is Stephanie Law, and it was charted by, was it Heaven and Earth? I think it was charted by Heaven and Earth. Heaven and Earth Designs. So it's full coverage. It was a much bigger chart. Like, I cut off a lot on the bottom, and I think a lot on this side. There was a lot more blue over here, but I cut out a lot of the background because really I just wanted the spider. I'm going to have a spider wall because I'm one of those rare people who like spiders. And it's going to be in my, you know, cottage witch core. But yeah, I love how this turned out. It's so beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. And some people have told me that that is it's an Australian spider, and it's called the redback. And you can kind of see there's like a face right here. So yeah, and then I just put the spider web material on the back too. So I just made it into like a little wall hanging. Okay, let's see. Let's put that right there. And then the next one, oh, do I have, I feel like hold on. Let me look in my bucket. I feel like I have the cover photo for this one. Don't I? I have it somewhere. Maybe I don't. Okay, I didn't bring the cover photo for this one. But this one is from Stitchy Pros. I got it at the Barefoot Needle Arts retreat, not this last October, but the October before that. She was the designer, there's a word there that's supposed to go in front of that. Not exclusive designer. Anyway, she was the designer. And there's Minky all over it because I was sewing a blanket with Minky. I just finished making a quilt. Oh, I could show y'all the quilt. Maybe I'll do that later. I made a quilt for my stepson's daughter, who is kind of my granddaughter, I guess, but she lives in California too. So this is for my spider wall also. Yeah, from Stitchy Pros. And it had another pattern in it with, was it a skeleton, I think? And it was called Puns, because it says Creep It Real. And I did change the colors. So I darkened up the red. And I think the Creep It Real was supposed to be stitched in red. And I changed it to like a dark gray. So yeah, and I've backed it with like a fusible, so I'll make that into a little wall, maybe a flat, probably like a little, I'll put some, I can't think of words this morning, something on the back and make it a flat and put it on the wall with my spiders. Okay, another finish. All the finishes. Okay, this other one. Oh, I have it. Here it is. Okay, it is. It's called Halloween Puns 2 by Stitchy Pros. And so I darkened up that red, and yeah, I changed the colors of the lettering. Okay, so I did have that. Okay, the next one is by Lottie Da. It's called Virtue. I saw Leah Noel stitching this and I had to stitch this. So I have brick walls. There's another shelf up there, brick walls, brick houses, and more brick houses above this shelf. And this was just my next brick house. And I changed some stuff. So I don't know where my glasses went. I have my dad's old contractor's card from when he laid brick. So I copied the shell company contractors, and we lived in Yorktown, Virginia. And instead of putting Virtue here, I put his company name. And then I put the Yorktown, Virginia in there. And then that little heart and hand looks like one of his work gloves. His work gloves were sort of orangey, off-white. So, what is this stitched on? I think this is stitched on One More Reproduction by Bestitch Me. And it is on 36 count, 1/2. So, yeah, shell company contractors, and then Yorktown, Virginia, and then that looks like his little work glove down there. The apples on the tree are satin stitched. And it turned out beautiful. It turned out so beautiful. I can't wait to get it framed. And I'll probably hang it more like down here. I'll put some small ones down here because I want this whole wall to be brick houses. And this is my dad's level, and that's my dad's trowel that he used. My dad he passed away about 10 years ago, so he's not with us anymore. Oh, here's my glasses. I found my glasses. Okay. So yeah, I love that so much. It's been right here for a week. I've probably finished it a week ago, and it's been laying on the couch right here because my stitchy spot is right there, and I'll lay it there and just stare at it. Okay, one last FFO, I believe, and I don't have the cover photo for this anymore, but it is by Bothy Threads. Oh, I cannot remember. It was a kit. I used all the kit stuff, the kit fabric, because the kit fabric had these dots on it. Swimming school. I really don't. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But we found this frame at the thrift store and cut it down to fit this piece, and it will hang over my grandson's crib. We have in my sewing room, I have split my sewing room, so one half of it is my sewing room now, and the other half is like his area with his crib and his toys, for when he comes back. And this is hanging over his crib. And also Barbara, she sent me a quilt top that I'm going to have quilted for his room, and it's an I Spy quilt. So I'm going to get that quilted, and I think she sent me the binding for it too. So those are my finishes and my fully finishes. So I'm going to put all this stuff back away, and then I'm going to get my big basket of whips, and I will be back. Okay, that took me a while to get all that together. There is a lot here. I'm just going to go ahead and start showing you things. Nothing is ironed because I just pulled it out. This one, I'm getting the photo. Let's see. This is my oldest whip. It is one that I forgot I had, and I found it in a drawer by my bedside table. In my bedside table. I don't know how many years ago. I started this, I think, in 1999. I think my daughter was 4 when I started this, and she is now 30. So it looks like this. I think it's called Welcome Seashore, or Seashore's Welcome. It was a kit, because I have the kit, and I use the kit Ada, and I'm using the kit Floss. This was one of my Whips Be Gone calls. I think it was November. And I'm doing Whips Be Gone with Natalie. Let me see, there's something on there, I think. Natalie, Home Sweet Home Handmade is her channel. Emily is her sister, and she is on Instagram. And then Donna Ray, who is Flannel Jammy's Farm, who has a Flosstube also. So I'll put in befores. I'll scoot back a little and then put in befores. But I just jump around on this. It's very confetti heavy. The ocean, the sand. So I'll put in a before over my face. But I know I worked over there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know, really. I say I know, but I don't. But one day I will finish this. It's not going anywhere. Even though I don't like the ocean. I mean, I like the ocean. I don't like the beach. I don't like the sand. Is what it is. I don't like the sand. I do love the ocean. I love listening to it and looking at it. I just don't like getting into it or touching the sand. Okay, this one in my bag that Stacy 911 Stitcher made me, isn't it adorable? Is, let's see, it is a kit. I bought it from Barefoot Needle Art this last October at the retreat. I don't see a name, but it's not a temperature, not a weight, a height chart. It's a height chart. And I started in the middle and then I worked down. So I'm using the Ada in this. It's very wrinkly. And yeah. So yeah, I started here, worked down. He's completely finished. The crab is completely finished. This is done. And then I'm now starting on whatever creature is. Let's see what the creature that is. Okay, that is down there in the coral. So that's the bottom. I started the coral. So I will like pull back and put in a before. And it really is, it's a beautiful, the closer I get, the colors are awful. It's really pretty baby blue. So that will hang near his little crib. I have my kids' heights on the door jamb going into actually my sewing room. Like the door jamb, one side is my son and the other side is my daughter's height. So this will be cool to have Asher's height also. I think the next two I am stitching with Leah Noel. Rhubarb Patch Studios is her Flosstube. we are stitching the Fig Folk because we both love bats. What am I stitching this on? Because this is a really cool fabric. Hold on. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, I don't need to put my glasses on. It is a seraphim and it's called Boston. And it is a 36 count. Let me make sure I'm holding it the correct way. That is where I'm at. So, those cute bats. And I'm stitching this with the DMC. Isn't that a beautiful fabric? That gray. Boston by Seraphim. So I just worked on that a tiny bit. Probably one night. I was like, I haven't worked on that in a while. Let me pull that out. It was probably around Halloween. And look at that cute bell pull. Not bell pull. Floss tag that Becky gave me. I love that strawberry. Okay. Next, Leah Noel and I are stitching together also. This is the possum called I Love My Cat by Dirty Annie's. I feel like Dirty Annie is the guest designer for Barefoot's next retreat. I think that's who it is. So I'm not doing the words. I don't think Leah is either. And see how he's hanging by a branch? I was thinking of getting a real stick and putting it in place of that branch. So I haven't stitched that branch yet. Okay, this fabric is called Warm Sienna and it's by Color and Cotton and it is a 40 count. And it is very wrinkly because I didn't iron. And I just pulled these out of the bag. So, isn't he cute? Yeah. He looks a little like a Picasso painting right now, but he's going to be so cute. And I'm in the process of making a, what do you call it? A mat, like a cross stitch. Those mats you lay out when you go to a cross stitch retreat. A stitching mat, I guess it's called. I'm in the process of making one of those. So I'm paper piecing a frog, but then I thought about putting cute little animals around it that I have stitched, and he could be one of them. But then I probably don't want to put a twig there, do I? I don't know. It's all up in the air right now. It's just ideas I have twirling around in my head. The next one, I think it might be a new start. Where is my book? Oh, my book is way over there. I don't think you have seen this one. It was like a collaboration. Let me get my glasses on. It was a collaboration between a bunch of designers where you donated to a cause and then you send your donation, screenshot it, send it in, and then they give you a bunch of patterns. And it was a bunch of bookmarks, and I needed another bookmark. So I printed off this one from Boomerang Stitches. and it is a cicada. And then you stitch the big cicada, and then you stitch the little shell, its exoskeleton, and then you tie them both together, and oh, it's gonna be so cute. So this one is stitched on perforated paper, but I wanted mine smaller. I didn't want some huge cicada, even though he's turning out huge anyway. I'm stitching him on 25 count, 1/1 on 25 count. So he's still kind of big. That's as big, so that's the bottom. So this is how big he's gonna be. And I'll just back him really good so he's a little stiff, because he's gonna be a bookmark. And he is full coverage, so he's a lot of stitching. He's so cool looking. So yeah, that's from Boomerang Stitches. And I will stitch that exoskeleton also. I don't know if I'll do that on perforated paper. Just my perforated paper is like 14 count, so he would be like ginormous. And I didn't want him ginormous. Oh, let's see. Okay, this one I'm stitching with Lisa, Stitching the Dream. She's the other half of Stitching the Dream. Lisa and Colette, the Highway Stitcher. We started this on say Labor Day. It was not Labor Day. It was Leap Day. Leap Day 2024. And it is called A Sampler of Friendship by Cottage Garden. I have a huge, let me show you the huge picture of it. So we started this together on a Zoom call. And my goal is to get it done by the next Leap Day, which is what, 2028, February 29th, 2028. So I try to work on this once a month. It doesn't always happen, but look how ginormous that tree is. And look how many leaves, like the leaves are just everywhere, but it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, this fabric is Dusty Road by Seraphim. It's a 36 count. I'm using all the called for colors. I'm even using the over-dyed flosses. Some are over-dyed and some are DMC. And here's where I'm at. And I'll hold it up close, but then I'll pull back and so you can see. I don't know if I had any of the cardinal before. I showed it to you last. So I've done lots of leaves in the cardinal. And I just love how she puts all these cool patterns in her patterns. Patterns in her patterns. So like the pattern in that cardinal, and the dove, and the chickadee. So here, I'll pull back and we'll see where I was, because I don't remember where I was. I haven't showed this in a while, I believe. But in the cardinal is so fun to work on. It's really fun. The leaves are a little monotonous, but the cardinal is very fun to work on. So, Dusty Road by Seraphim. And I got that at Liberty Hill. I think they kitted the whole thing up for me. They picked out the fabric, they got the pattern for me, and she got me all the fancy floss, the overdyes for that. Liberty Hill is my local needlework shop, which is in Williamsburg. It's still an hour away, but it's the localist to me. This one you have not seen probably since last December. And let me just show you my craziness. Okay, here, first the pattern. 12 Northern Days of Christmas. I am on block 7. I will show you a bigger picture in a minute. But like, here, there's no way that, like, so I'm a highlighter. Yeah, I highlight. So my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. It's almost lunchtime. So this artwork was charted from the artwork out of this cute book, 12 Days of Christmas. And I'll show you number 7. So it'll be up close. So I am on 7 Swans a Swimming. It's beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. Okay, so let me show you my piece now. This is on 40 count. I think it's called Alabaster. Doing it 1/2. So first of all, here is my number 7 block, my 7 Swans a Swimming, and it is not finished yet. It is almost finished. I think I have like just this area right here to finish and to backstitch the little crowns on their head, and then that will be done. So I'll show you all of them, which starts with what? The partridge, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, okay, and then I will, I don't know how I'm gonna do it before and after this. Let's see. So here it is. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Becky gave me this pattern. I think she has it for herself too. It is a lot of work though. It's a lot of work. I'll probably do 1 block a year. I don't know when I started this, but at least I'm halfway, right? Halfway finished. So yeah, the detail is, it's fabulous. It's so good. And it's fun. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever have it framed. I'll probably turn it into a wall hanging and just hang it up at Christmas and then just roll it back up and put it away. But because it's going to be, you know, huge and beautiful. But I was working on my 7 Swans a Swimming during Jingle Ball last night. I was in the sampler stitching room. Is that what they're calling it? The stitching lounge. Stitching lounge. I was in the 7 Swans. No, I was in the sampler one. Stitching 7 Swans a Swimming. Okay, next. I always stitch this in November. I have been stitching it on it for years. It's all highlighted. And this is the ittiest bittiest picture of it. Thomas from Not Forgotten Farm. And by the time I'm wanting to stitch a turkey, it's the last week of November, and I stitch it for like that 1 week, and then Thanksgiving ends and I'm like, oh, Christmas, and I want to stitch Christmas. So that's why he doesn't get very much. This is, picture this plus 36 count. It's called Fog. And I'm still not done with him. Will I ever finish this poor turkey? He looks good though. The border I think was supposed to be black, and I changed it to Garden Gate. Garden Gate is one of my favorites. And I think his top hat was supposed to be black, and I changed it to Garden Gate. Oh, and this blue There's like a blue here and a blue right here on his tail. It was supposed to be like a neon turquoise. I mean, it's crazy bright. I don't know if you can see it. And I dulled that down. I have to dull stuff down. I don't like bright at all. And so I did, yeah. And I think it looks good. So Thomas is going away. Poor Thomas. Okay. This one, I don't know when I saw you all last because my book is over there with my notes in it. But I feel like I stitched on this some more. If I can get it out of the project bag. It's a booklet. Okay, it's called Gothic Bat. And I was doing a stitch along with Megan. Her channel name is Nightmare Before Meg. This fabric is called Jamestown Smoke. It came from Liberty Hill. So the lady at Liberty Hill, I think her name is Susan, she dyed this fabric and Becky went and bought me some and it is fantastic. Jamestown Smoke. And I'm just stitching this with 310 DMC. That great, oh, that fabric color. I love that fabric color. I need more of that in my life. I need to get down to Liberty Hill really bad. So let me pull back. I don't know how much of this that it's probably been since the end of October that I stitched on this. Maybe the beginning of November. So I do not remember where I was. I'd like for her to do one of these with just a spider. With just black. Just the black would be good. No color. Okay, this one I am stitching with people now. I wasn't, but then they started a stitching group. We have a group on Instagram, like a little message group on Instagram that's going, and it's got Kim, the Contented Needleworker, in it. I think she started the group because she started this, knew I was stitching it, and invited me in. It is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I'm stitching it as called for with the DMCs. It's all DMC, just like this. Kim is stitching it with the Keepsakes conversion. They have a conversion that is more like pinks and purples. It's beautiful. So some of us are stitching it this way and some of us are stitching it with the pinks and purples. I love orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. This, my stomach is talking. Okay, this is, what is this? This is Esmeralda by Atomic Ranch, and I'm stitching it on 16 count because I need 8 when the fabric's dark. And I feel like the fabric never reads as dark as it really is. Oh yeah, okay, it's that dark. And I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. Look at that. I just have the top of that flower probably. Well, there's probably some more bits around here. But this whole side is done. I just have this side to do. Oh, I need to pull this out. I'm just really into Christmas stitching right now. When spring comes, this sucker's gonna be done. And I have the sewing cabinet drawers to mount this on the top of, like Country Sampler did. And I'll put a picture in what it's gonna look like here. Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh. So Becky, you need to start yours and get in our group so you can stitch along with us. My girlfriend Becky, I think she got the keepsakes conversion of this too. Isn't it beautiful? It's the most beautiful thing ever. Okay. The next one is, oh y'all. Okay, so I was supposed to be stitching this one with Leah Noel, Colette, and Candace K. They all have floss tubes. Somebody, I think it was Colette, found this at StitchCon in 2024. And we were like, oh, let's all stitch the frog together. This pattern is awful. I think it's hand-drawn. I feel like it's hand-drawn. It's got so many fractionals that I just can't even. I've tried to start it twice. I finally started it, and Colette was stitching on it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull it out. I don't even know which way is up. Let's see. Oh, I think it's this way. This is called Lunar by Bestitch Me. And that is as far as I have gotten on my frog in a year and a half. Because it hurts my brain. But I want that frog. See, and I feel like I could just stitch this frog. This cute ass frog. And put him on my stitching mat. Or hang him above Asher's crib. Yeah. Y'all probably think my house is filled with frogs. It's not. I mean, I have a few here and there, but really you have to look for them. I don't even see any in this room right now at all. Except her. She's probably the only frog in this room. Okay. I have more brick houses than anything. I'm gonna do this. I have another new start, but I have my husband's stocking. Oh, I ought to show you my stockings. But I don't have Hannah's here because Hannah got her stocking last night. So Hannah is on her way to Utah. That's life. This is life update. I did a stocking for my son's girlfriend. She leaves for Utah in 3 days, and I wanted her to be able to use some of her gift cards because one was for a yarn shop, and she knits, and she crochets, and I wanted her to be able to crochet on the plane and all that. So I just went ahead and gave her stocking early. But I am stitching this one for my husband. This is my husband's stocking. And I am changing this truck to blue. Blue-gray, kind of like our bus jaws, which I don't think I have a picture on my iPad of jaws, but y'all have seen jaws before. It's our Volkswagen bus. I'm using all the kit stuff. And this is where it is. Somebody asked me for the conversion for the truck, and I posted it under your comment, but then I also posted it in, what's it called? Is it like a community tab? Community tab or communication tab? Anyway, one of those tabs, you can find it there too. But if you can't find it, message me and I will send you the conversion when I pull it out again. It takes me a while. But isn't it looking good? All that, just, isn't it looking so good? It's looking so good. Leah helped me do this too. She loves doing conversions with floss, and she helped me figure this out. So right on the license plate it says, I think it says Santa Claus. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm changing that to Grandpop because that's what Asher calls my husband, is Grandpop. So his name will be up here as Jeremy, and then the license plate will say Grandpop, which is gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. I could pull the others, just the 4 stockings off to show you, because I have everybody's up there but Hannah's. Okay, this is a new start. Oh, and I have another new start. See, when I wait a really long time to do a video, things pile up. Okay. Molly. Do y'all know Molly? Not the drug. This is a turtle. It's a sea turtle, a loggerhead sea turtle. I follow a bunch of turtle rescue and release places on Instagram, and they got a loggerhead sea turtle, and she had a 10-pound tumor on her neck. I think she had actually 2 tumors. They took the smaller one off first, and then they took the 10-pound one off, and they rehabilitated her, and they released her back down in Key West. And now I'm tracking her. So I followed her story all on Instagram, and she's just so freaking cute. So the day they released her, I had to start this sea turtle in honor of Molly, who is back out in the ocean swimming around. And she's ginormous. I think she's 150 pounds. But she's got to be feeling so much better without that 10-pound tumor on her head. On her neck. Okay, what is this fabric? I don't know. Where is the tag for this fabric? I know I had the tag. Where is it? I don't have the tag. I don't know where it went. It's beautiful though. I feel like it's Bestitch Me. So anyway, I don't even have a needle minder on this yet. She just got released, I feel like it was last weekend, so it's probably been a week. And I just stitched on it one night. And it's going to be tiny. Like that's, I think that's the bottom of her under the water. And then this is like the top of the, where the top of the water. Because the water divides. She's like half in the water, half not. And I'm going to be cutting this tree off, so I'm not stitching the top of the tree. And I'm also not stitching a house or a fence. I thought about putting little flowers and mushrooms on her. I don't want her carrying a big house. So just some cute little flowers and mushrooms maybe on the top of Molly. I do have this in a project bag, but I don't have a needle minder. I don't know what fabric it is. That is crazy. Okay, then I have another new start. Last night at the Jingle Ball, I was like, I just need to start something Christmassy. And I watched somebody's whip parade. I can't remember who it was. They showed all their Christmas whips. And they had, I don't know, 10, 15 Christmas whips. I have 2. I have 2 Christmas whips. No, 3 counting the stocking. So we're not counting the stocking. I have a deer, a reindeer, and I have my 12 Northern Days of Christmas, which are really very, both of them. The reindeer's full coverage. they're in the 12 northern days. Christmas is almost full coverage, so they're just very dense stitching. I needed something light, fun, don't really have to think. And so I started this at the Jingle Ball last night. Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. I just bought this pattern from somebody on Etsy. I don't know who I bought it from, but I don't know. But I got this on Etsy because I couldn't find it anywhere else. I even went to Brenda Gervais' store and there wasn't any patterns listed. I don't know if she's like on vacation or whatever. So I am changing the red in this to a darker red. I'm dulling down the reds. I don't want a bright red. I think I changed one of the reds to 3777. And then another one of the reds to, it was in the 30, like 3858, something like that. Actually, it was one of, actually, I think it was the red in this house, the bricks in this house. I changed it to that red. So it's just a tiny little start right in the corner because I started it at the Jingle Ball last night. And I will tell you what this fabric is in a minute. I think this is millennial fabric. And I got it at the Barefoot Needle Art Retreat in October. They had a booth set up. So those are some of the berries, they alternate, so they're different colors. So that's the 3777, and then like the berry here and the berry there will be that other color, that darker color. And I'll probably do the Santa in the really dark color, unless I change. I thought about changing him to like his coat to be brown or green, but he's standing by a brownish green tree, so he would blend in too much. Well, I'll have to see when I get there, and that's going to be a long, because I started right there, so we have to like go down, do the house, do all that snow. So it's going to be a while before I get to Santa. We'll figure it out then. You know what? By then I might like red. Might be, my taste will probably change, and no, probably not, because I don't think I've ever liked red. I like red. I don't like a bright red. I like a dull red. Okay, is that it? That might be all my whips. Hello. I forgot to show you my full coverage. I'm taking it out of one side of the Q-snap because I started in a different spot. So I am working on Singing in the Rain. I think the artist is Jody Bergsma, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth, and I'm stitching it with Colette. And I started in the top left, but then decided I'm cutting off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little rows of 10, so across. So I pulled it out of the Q-snap for you. So I had all this stitched, and then I came down here. I was like, you know what? I'm just cutting all those flowers off because I just want the singing frogs. And I have so much I want to stitch that I don't have time to be stitching this whole thing. So I started back and like went down 10, started in this corner, and now I'm working my way. So I've done all this probably since I showed this last, which was a long time ago, but I think I just started working on this last month. Either Colette pulled it out or I pulled it out, and one of us messaged the other one and said, guess what I'm working on? And so then I pulled it out or she pulled it out, because we like to work on it at the same time together. So here is my full coverage. I should be putting in the before picture so you can see. So yeah, if I had not showed you this top part, then it doesn't really look like anything. So I wanted to pull it out of the Q-snap so you could see how all this up here that I will be eventually cutting off and throwing away. So, okay, that is it. Now I'm going. Bye. I'm gonna pull down my stockings. Oh, it's 12:09. It's time to eat. I'm gonna pull down my stockings, get one more finish, and then I'll show you my haul, and then I'll let y'all go. Okay, got my stockings. Let me show you this real quick. This I did a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. I don't know. I don't know when I did it. 5 years ago? I need to put it up on the mantle. So it was a longer pattern. It had Santa's whole sleigh, and I just cut off Santa's sleigh. And I did take the red out of his jacket. I think he had red in his jacket, and I changed the red to brown. Isn't that cute? So cute. I don't remember who it was by or what it was called. I think it was a pattern Becky gave me. And then I passed the pattern on to Colette. So yeah, I don't remember, but it's beautiful, and it needs to be hung up. Okay, so here's my daughter's stocking. It's already got stuff in it. This was a Stony Creek. This is my son's stocking. This is a Stony Creek. I changed the lantern to green. It was red. This is mine. It is a Dimensions. I changed the name to brown. I think it was charted in red. And then this is Asher's. Was this a Stony Creek? I feel like it was. It's got little fringe, like a little, I think it, was that called a turkey stitch? Fringe on the pillow. And then Hannah's was a Dimensions kit. It was it's the Santa with the fox. And my phone is over here going off. Okay. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5, and my husband's is 6. Okay, let me show you what I purchased really quick, so I can go eat lunch. So here's another one of the bookmarks I was telling you about. So I printed off the cicada bookmark, and I'm going to stitch that one. And then this bookmark is from Noctifloral. It's called Plant Mom bookmark. And it's just like a Venus flytrap, which is so cute. So I will stitch that one also. But there was probably like, I don't, 15, 20 bookmarks you could choose from. I mean, you got them all, but I only printed off 2 of them. Let's see. I bought, well, I'll show you the fabric in a minute because I've already put one in with a pattern. Okay, let's see. I got Mama Loves You GB. She came out with a vulture pattern, and I love vultures. Isn't that cute? That was so cool. Yeah, he'll have to go up on my bookcase. Night Watchers. He'll be out all year on my bookcase, but then, and on Halloween, I'll stick him up here for the October months. And then, what else did I get? Oh, from Hollis Hands Creates, I got the turkey from Cottage Garden because I haven't finished my other turkey, so why not buy another turkey? No, I'll start him when I finish Thomas. And then I got Miss Lucy Cowcut, 1826. So there's a stitch along going on with this one. And since next year is 2026, and she finished or started this in 1826, I thought it would be cool to start this on January 1st, 2026. And that's what I'm going to do. So I think it's the Seattle Stitcher who is stitching this, and Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, and probably other people, but I'm going to start this on January 1st. And then I got 2 fabrics from Be Stitch Me, and one is for Lucy Cowcut. It is one more reproduction, 36 count. So I'm excited about that. I already put that in the bag with the pattern. And then the other fabric I got was Slate, 18 count. Just in case I need to stitch another moon or a possum with a banjo. I don't know, something. So, and that is it. Those are my purchases. That's it. Is that it? Like completely it? I don't know, because my book is way over there. I keep forgetting to get my book. Have a wonderful December. And I will probably see y'all in January for a whip parade, hopefully. Yep. Okay, bye. Love you guys.